Hello everyone, this is the Mental Health for Life channel. Depression is not a disease that goes away quickly, even if you start treatment. Like a cold, it is not something that can be cured after a visit to the hospital and a dose of medicine. You need to visit a healthcare professional for at least a few months to get better. Some days you'll make progress, some days you might feel worse. But overall, you'll get better incrementally in a 3 steps forward, 2 steps back kind of way. It will continue to be difficult for a while, and you may feel negative when you're not at your best. Also, while you are recovering from depression, it will feel like you only hear news of good things happening to those around you, such as, "My classmate got a promotion," or "My friend got married." This can make you feel as if you are the only one left behind in the world, and can make you even more anxious. We worry about things other than our illness, such as our future, work, and money. In this video, I will introduce some specific situations that can become distressing while recuperating from depression, and explain how to cope with them. 1. You feel overwhelmed by worry and anxiety. When you are alone, negative thoughts about the future, work, money, and so on seem to come incessantly, and you may become impatient and think, "I can't go on like this." Unanswerable questions spin around and around in your head, and you find yourself stuck in a bottomless pit of negative thoughts. At times like this, we need to put the brakes on our thinking. However, the more we try to stop thinking, the more we think. To successfully stop thinking, the trick is to focus on the body. First, take a deep breath. Take slow abdominal breaths and focus on the feeling of oxygen permeating your entire body. It is also a good idea to move your body by stretching and doing exercises. It is recommended that you make it a habit to take walks, do light exercise, or practice yoga on a regular basis. It's also a good idea to eat something delicious and focus your attention on your taste buds. You can also try calling someone and focusing on the conversation. If all else fails, take the plunge and go to sleep early. However, it is not advisable to use alcohol to stop these thoughts. They can become even more painful when the alcohol wears off, and it can become a habit. 2. You blame yourself for not being able to do something. Depression is an illness that makes you lose energy and the ability to do the things you used to be able to do. This is a natural symptom of depression. However, people who have worked hard at everything in their lives may misinterpret this as laziness or lack of effort. They may then blame themselves for being a bad person and finally come to the conclusion that life is not worth living. When life is going well, you don't think philosophically about why you were born or what the purpose of life is. Putting the blame on yourself, thoughts of uselessness, and believing that life is not worth living are symptoms of your depression. Not being able to do something does not mean that you're lazy. Rather, as your condition starts to improve, you might start to feel impatient that your confidence and ability aren't yet back to where they used to be. Recognize that you are not yet fully recovered. Sometimes, even though your rational mind understands your depression in theory, you may still blame yourself. In this case, it's important to keep your awareness focused on your body and not on your self-worth, as discussed earlier. No one really knows what their true value is. 3. You want to disappear. If we continue to blame ourselves, we may start feeling the urge to disappear. This is a very dangerous symptom that can lead to suicide. Do not keep it to yourself, but contact someone for help. 4. You're not busy, but you don't know what to do. As your depression gets better, you may find that you have too much time on your hands if you are absent from work. You may feel that even with all your free time, you don't know what to do, or you wake up in the morning and feel like you have nothing to do all day. If someone who is busy at work hears this, they might mistake it for a good problem to have. But people with depression often have the obsession that if they have time, they must do something constructive, and they may start to see all situations this way. It actually means, I can't do anything, but I've got all this time. Since you're not in a position to be working anyway, you have to shift your perspective and remind yourself, because I'm sick, this is beyond my control. For now, spend the day doing what you like. It doesn't matter if it's playing games, watching videos, or whatever. There's no need to regret that you couldn't do anything constructive. Even by spending the day like this, depression can be overcome. 5. Not being able to tell your friends about your illness. If you stop socializing because of depression, your friends may misunderstand your situation and think that you've lost touch with them. Even if you explain your depression, instead of expressing concern, they may say, "That's just how you are," which is hurtful because they don't acknowledge that you are ill. If you do tell people about your illness, tell only those who understand. Friends who do not understand that you are sick may not be true friends. Depression is an illness that is more likely to occur in people who have worked hard and pushed themselves too much. However, illness is not something that can be cured by just working harder. We must accept our depression as a disease and admit to ourselves that it's normal to be unable to do anything about it. Believe in the power of medicine and wait for a natural recovery. Avoid thinking about the future as much as possible. Also, do not compare your current situation with times when you were well, but rather, compare it with the time when you were at your worst. Take a step back and try to view your symptoms in the big picture. Think, I'm better than I was last month, or I'm in a better place than last year. This was the Mental Health for Life channel. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.